This is a circumstance from the administration's perspective where they understand you're going to get some pushback. In fact, they prepare for it. And if I could use the old example of the sticks and carrots, understand this from the administration's perspective, the sticks would be like sanctions. The sticks would be things like, threats, quite frankly. But then the carrots are things like diplomacy and relief. Well, North Korean officials, frankly, have suggested that the tone struck by President Trump is one of aspiration and cooperation and possibility. But what they're doing now is they're criticizing the more fact-based, hard numbers approach by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and National Security Advisor John Bolton. They feel like the conversation with those gentlemen has been far less constructive. In fact, the North has previously described senior U.S. officials as being, quote, gangster-like in their approach to trying to work something out with respect to denuclearization. But White House officials tell me as early as this morning that, listen, Kevin, this is all part of the idea of the hard work that it takes to get toward denuclearization. By the way, that work continues up to this very moment. And, in fact, it could ramp up, Julie, as the two sides perhaps get an opportunity to meet again. Julie?
All right. Want to switch gears now, Kevin, to another topic, and that's the president talking about the violence in Chicago yesterday.
Yeah. You know, this is one of those circumstances, such a lovely city. You have to wonder at what point do you accept federal help. In fact, White House officials have suggested the president has made a standing offer for assistance, but in what form and just how that would play out in reality is a sticking point. And for the city, while help is obviously needed, there is a political element to this story, Julie, and that could be a major sticking point. Understand that former Obama administration official Rahm Emanuel is the mayor in Chicago. He's rejected calls for federal help, criticizing the president and his administration's approach on a host of issues. And it's a very difficult circumstance for him. And that could be the problem for Chicagoans. Unfortunately, what that means, Julie, is they are literally and figuratively caught in the crossfire.